Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage, and thank you so much for joining me. I am going to do a little craft today. I've got a couple of boxes to do, and I'm a little bit behind time today. I'm so sorry. I was playing around trying to figure out, so today is Cyber Monday, and I am sure that I am not the only one that's trying to take advantage. So I've got like stuff up on my computer right now hi Freddie, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it because today I was thinking maybe I'll just do something really short today because I still have some shopping to do. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not so sure about Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff. So anyhow, I'm trying to get my page up here while I am just blabbing on and on. Thank you for sharing so much. I appreciate that. It's something I always forget to remind people to do. Hi there, Trudy. It's good to see you too. Thank you so much for joining me. I feel really privileged because I think like a lot of times, I think today is a day I would be busy doing stuff. So my desk is a mess. I'm trying to move all of my junk around. I'm moving my computer right now, trying to get that up. I know what I'm doing today, sort of. It's going to be interesting. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for watching. All right, you guys. Awesome. So make sure you share the video. I am probably not going to have a chance to do the drawing today for last week's video. It's unlikely I'll manage to do that. Like I've got a big mess here. You're gonna see it as I put it down, like there's stuff all over the place. So I'm gonna put my hand over the camera because I've noticed that works really well. It does glare quite a bit on my desk here because I don't have anything down on it. I do have papers and stuff I could put on it, but actually right at the moment I printed out my little like here's my code if you want to order anything. There it is. It's like right out there in black and white. I do have a couple of classes still coming up. This Friday I have the Snowman season. Let me grab my class box really quick here and then I can show you what we're doing because I don't think I've really done that, and it might be fun for you to see what we're doing. So for this, for the still scenes class that we're doing this cute little shaker ornament. This is a gift card. I'm not going to open it all up because I have to actually take this hanging thing off to do it, but we're going to emboss it. And that's going to be super cute. There's a little pocket in there. I don't know if you can see that you have to put your gift card in. And then we're also going to do this card. This is another shaker card. And this one is, just a card. We're not doing a gift card necessarily for that one. And then for our Snowman season 1 is this Friday. We're going to do this little card. This is a case from Mary Fish. And then this is another one that we're going to do. That's just a fun little fold over. So anyway, those are the classes that are coming up. Make sure you go to my Square store to register or message me if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I will send you that link. I'm not allowed to put it on my Facebook page. I have to send it to you. You can go to my website, the my Wix website. I'm allowed to put a link on that, apparently. Okay, so I've moved the camera around. I have made a little more space on my desk. So I hope that I don't move out of range of your view. And so that's why I'm kind of moving things around here. I want to, because I tend to like work right here on the corner. So I want to make sure I'm using my space a bit more judiciously. Okay. Okay, Michelle. Oh no, you can't come Friday. That is too bad. So I will bring your little kit to you. Or Michelle, if you're coming to our team meeting tomorrow, actually, I'm kind of wavering on having just saying flat out, we're having our team meeting online only. I have a lot of work to do. So if that's okay with you, and Karen, you two are the only ones that are local that would be coming anyway. So if it's okay with you two, we are just doing an online meeting tomorrow. That would make it a lot easier for me. All right, so, oh, good. And then I will drop your kit, your Snowman season kit off at your house at some point in time. And all right, so I've kind of got like stuff all over today, but I wanted to show you how to make this cute little box. You know, these were really fun and cute. And let me go grab the one that I have made already. I wish I'd had the foresight to bring it to me instead of leaving it over here, but I didn't. I actually have to stretch way over here and grab it. This is the one we did for our little gingerbread class. It turned out really cute, and it's a perfect fit for your little Ghiradelli candies. But it also would be a perfect fit for tea bags. So I think I might use our little cup of Christmas and do it. But I actually am just doing this to show you how to create the box. It's super easy to do, and so I thought you might have fun doing it with me. We're just going to use one sheet of this. This is actually boy, my brain is going. It's cranberry, cherry cobbler. That's what it is. Cherry cobbler, not cranberry, cherry cobbler. But to do it, let's see. I was thinking of changing up my colors, actually. Let me look and see what I've got in here, because I've got my little cup. I'm going to put on my little cup of Christmas. And I'm going to attempt to try. This is the ribbon I struggled with last week. And you know what? After I had made last week's card and had it all neat and tied on, and it was beautiful, during the week of me moving that card around a few times, it unraveled. It just like came down. I thought, you stupid ribbon. This is the worst ribbon ever. It will not stay tied. So anyway, that's why it ended up in my box. And I thought, well, you are going to get tied ribbon. We are using you today. And we'll see what happens. I have some linen in case it just completely refuses to cooperate. So anyway, but I do think I'm going to use this little cup of Christmas. And it also has, I've got the little, the little candy cane. You know, when you get the dies, you get the little candy cane dies too. So we're going to stick that in there. And I hear my computer's trying to do stuff over here because I keep shoving the CD-ROM door, I think, against the little open button, and I keep hearing it making noise. All right, so you're going to just take a sheet of, now I was thinking since I'm doing a red, maybe I won't do cranberry. We're going to do red, so let's do a different color. What color should I use? I'm thinking maybe we will do some Christmassy green instead. And that way my cup will look a little bit, you know, you'll be able to see my cup instead of it being red on cherry. Wouldn't probably look very good. All right, so I have my dimensions for this project, and this is actually a silhouette one that I cut out. This is the silhouette one, but it's really easy to do without that cutting machine too. So we'll just do it, and I'm gonna just stick my dimensions up there, and we will get started on it. Okay. Now, what else did I do? I've got another list over here. Let me grab it really quick. Okay. All right, so anyhow, all right, now I'm ready. All right, so we are going to cut this 10 3/8 by 5 1/4. So maybe I will write these measurements down for you in case you're interested. So we're going to start out by cutting our piece of cardstock 10 3/8 by 5 1/4. Now this is not actually the dimension that the silhouette, for those of you who have it and you're trying to find this, I not only did I resize it, making it a little bit larger, I also made this flap a lot longer. I think the original flap was only, I don't know, it wasn't that. And so I did have to redo it a little bit. But anyway, so 5 1/4. Okay, and then 10 3/8. So I'll have to get this out here. And I still, even though I did all this with my desk, what I've got over here, let me show you. We are going to possibly use these papers today. I've got another little box that we're going to do too. We're going to use this little snowman. The snowman paper is really pretty. Both sides are gorgeous. And I was experimenting today to see if the little snowman punch actually punches these guys out on the big sheet. And it does, sort of. I mean, it's perfect. It's a little smaller than this guy, so it's perfect for him. It's okay for him, but you'll have to replace his hat. And I think this Santa hat will go nicely on his head. So that's what we're going to do on the other box. It does not punch this one out. I tried that one and it doesn't. But that's why I've got these over here on the side, because I think I might be going to use that today. And then I put this pile here to remind people. If you're interested in stuff, this little booklet, get to your demonstrator and she can show you this little booklet. There's some extra stamps in it that you probably will think are really cute. I do. And that you can order. It's just that you have to be a demonstrator or joining, I think, to order that one. And then this is our holiday catalog. And just to remind you, we only have a few more weeks to order from that. Coming up in January is the best time, now through the end of March is the best time to join. So if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, see me about that. Celebration is coming up January 3. That's where you get free products for every $50 you spend. So that's why it's a really good time to join. There's a lot of super neat perks. So one of the perks is you get to look inside this catalog. If you're not a demonstrator, you can't look inside yet. You're not able to until January. We get to look in it and order. So that's one of the nice things about being a demonstrator. So if you aren't one, go ahead and message me and we will get you going as one of the Crow's Nest crafters. And then another thing we're going to do today, maybe if I have time to, is we're going to do this cute little stocking. Now, if you work with kindergartners at all, you know that at school we always do a little stocking thing, and they do a big one. So I thought, you know what? Actually, the little stocking is still one of my favorite little gift treat things to give to people. It's a perfect size for little tiny treats, or even just a candy cane. And, I mean, how simple is that? You just put a little ribbon, a tag. You can do the loop yarn all around it, which is what we do at kindergarten to get it to hold together. I just glued the edges. That works too. So don't forget your stocking. We might not get to that, but the stocking is a great way to use up your leftover paper. This is last year's Christmas paper. I had a bunch left over of that particular one. Okay, back to our project. So now that I have some room, I can move things around. We did the 5 1/4. Now we'll do the 10 3/8. So let me count here. 1, 2, 3 eighths. Okay. Oops, I've got my stuff still in my way. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, 10 3/8. And now we're going to score. So we're just going to score the sides 5/8 of an inch. And I'm gonna grab my little sample and stick it on the side so I remember what I'm doing. Now I don't need that arm anymore. I'm gonna move you up a little bit so you can see better. So 5/8 is not very much here, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5/8. So we're oops, I don't want to get that cutting blade there because that'll really mess me up. Okay, so we're gonna go 5/8 once, and then we're gonna do it again, and I'm just gonna use my lines down here this time, and I'm gonna just count using my score line and go in 5/8 again. So 1, 2, wait, that's not 1 inch. Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, here's another 5/8. And then we're gonna do it on this side also. So 5/8 again. I have to count every time, sorry folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm mathematically challenged. So I have to get, I don't have it marked. I suppose I could have marked it on my board, but if I did that for every project, I'd have so many marks on here, I'd never function with anything. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is, right there. Now it does not have to be super exact, but it kind of does. It won't work very well if it isn't. And then on the short side, we're going to do it 2 times also, just on this side. So we're going to do another 5/8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's annoying probably listening to me count to 5, but that's what I have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oops, I don't think I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, right there. All right, whew. All right. Now that we've got, these are all the little flaps. Now, I bet you I forgot to write out my dimensions for this part of it. So I need my little measurer. Let me look at my ruler and see what this is so that I know how far I need to go over. So this is 2.5. Now this is going to be that inside part right here. So we're going to go where this score line is. We want to go 2.5 in this direction. I'm going to have to fold it so I can see that score line because I can't even see where it is. All right, there we go. So 2.5. That makes it 2.5 is a measurement I can see pretty easily. Okay, so we go there, 2.5. Now that we've done that, we are going to do another 5/8 again. All of these little tiny folds are all 5/8 of an inch. So I have to do my counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. I have to flip it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Okay, right there. Okay, and now we're just going, I believe, 2.5 again. No, that one was a little bit bigger. No, 2 and yeah, it's just a little bit bigger. So then the next score is at, actually, is that 2.5? It's looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not quite 3/4. It almost is, but not quite. All right, let me fold it so that I can see. Maybe I'll just use my box here and get that score line so I get it exactly in the right place because I'm not sure that I am. Okay, that was, oops, not cutting. I started to cut it a little bit. And then another 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My clock's slowing down. I can hear that. Okay, now we finally have finished all of the score lines. So this was just a hair over 2.5. It was a little bit bigger because this is going to fold over. Okay. All right, so now that we've scored all of that, now we're going to cut away some of these pieces. So we're going to figure out where the front is. Okay, before I start cutting, I need to figure out where my back. This is going to be the back part. I believe it's here. Yes. Okay, so this is my back part. It's got all of the, this is where we did 5/8, 5/8 and skipped and then 5/8 again. So what I need to do is cut, and I'm going to just use my scissors so you can see what I'm cutting. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you joined us. Thank you so much for your card. That was awfully nice of you. Pretty leaves you did on that. All right, so we've scored 5/8 in this way and 5/8 in this way, and we're gonna on that, and we went 5/8 in this way and this way, and I'm gonna just use my scissors. Maybe I'll bring my camera down now so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna just trim this line right here through that 5/8 score and just right up to that one. And then this part I can cut away. Okay, right there. We can cut that away. And we can cut this one away. Is that correct? It seems like I don't want to cut that one. Yeah, I can cut this one away. I cut one side a little differently than the other one. So, and I actually preferred it this way. So, okay, so we're doing that. And then this is the little tab. So since that's a little tab that you're going to fold and glue, you can angle it so that it works better. Okay. And then also you could use your corner rounder on that, and that would actually look nicer. I probably will do that. I'm just going to do the other side the same way, just cutting through that score line here up to the second one, stopping, and then we're going to trim this side away like that. Okay, and then we're going to trim this here. Okay, and we'll just score, or I mean, we'll just angle that there like that. Okay. All right, so this is what we've got. And then as you can see, I don't need this flap here, so we're going to cut that away. I'm kind of shaky today, I think, because my sugar's all messed up because, of course, I ate a lot over Thanksgiving, and I was going to eat the whole time. I decided, okay, I'm going to have fun this whole weekend and enjoy. Our anniversary was on Wednesday, so we started early and had a really big dinner at Cedars, which is a restaurant on our river, really pretty place. So that's the place we always go to every year for our anniversary. And I had a wonderful dinner, but the upshot of it all is that I gained, like in 2 days, I gained 6 pounds. So on Saturday, I said, well, I'm back on the diet again because I'm not gaining more than 6 pounds to lose. So anyway, I'm almost back down to it. I'm probably really close to having lost the 6 pounds already, but it just was funny how short-lived my eating goes. Okay, so now this time we are going to cut this flap down. Okay, so this one we're going to cut going in again 2 times, going up to that score line. So we cut through this score line to this one, and then we're going to do the same on this one. It's actually a little easier doing this with this blade because it just goes zoop and I can stop. But it might be harder for you to see what I'm doing. And then we'll cut this away, and this will be a flap. Okay. All right, and then with my cutter, I would just cut this normally, but I'll do my scissors so you can see what I did. Okay, so that gets cut away there, and then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'll just turn it since I'm right-handed, and we're going to cut in through 2 of those score lines. And cut away that flap right there, and then angle this one slightly. All right. Oops. Oh boy. So I did notice on my, I was thinking today with all of the Cyber Monday stuff, have you guys been shopping online? Because there's some really good deals out there. And as I loaded up my cart, I thought, you know what? I think I'm actually spending less online than I would if I was actually going shopping because, okay, now I'm just checking to make sure I'm doing this right. Yes, okay, so I'm just going to cut all of those flaps right off along this line. Okay, right there. And now I can just score all of these with my tool. Thank you, Linda, for the happy late anniversary. Thank you. It's people say, why did you get married on this weekend? Thanksgiving Day. Well, there were a whole lot of reasons why, and all of them pretty unimportant now. At the time, it was just the way it was, and it worked out. And it's actually been pretty nice always having Jeff always gets, a half day on near it. And of course, it's not always Thanksgiving weekend. I guess it's close to it, or generally always, but once in a great while it's not. Anyway, I was thinking, I think I spent less online because when you get to your cart finally, after you've loaded it up and they have given you all these discounts and you see the discounts still is like, no, I'm not buying all that. That's way too much. So I'm taking a bunch of things out of that cart, and I do. And then by the time it ends up being what I actually purchased, it's good. It's a great deal. Well, if I were in the store, I would be seeing these bargains, putting them in my cart or dragging them up to the counter. And, I just, oops, did I? No, okay, I think I did my flaps. I did the flaps wrong. I do this every time. It's still going to work out okay, ladies, but the flaps actually need to match. So I have a flap going this way and this way, which is really weird. They either need to be going this way or this way. It can be either way. It's fine. It's just that it should not be both this way and this way. So that's just going to be really interesting when I go to fold this, how that is going to work out. I would not recommend doing it that way. Because what's going to happen with my little box is that those flaps are going to be different on the different sides. And the reason that's going to be important is because I want to leave the top open for the person to be able to raise and lower the lid to put in their candies, to take their candies in and out. It's going to be really awkward having one flap here and no flap there. That is weird. I'll probably have to get rid of this flap when we get to that part. So stupid. Okay, so anyway, with my silhouette, I've got it comes cut, and my punch, I've got a square punch, but of course my square punch won't fit in that. So I am going to have to find one of my dies to match that square. And so let me find that. So anyway, I do think that so what about you? When you're doing your shopping, do you think you spend less when you're shopping online? Because I'm thinking I'm spending less doing it that way. So anyway, that's a justification for me to just do do online. It's sure a lot easier, isn't it? I can just go from one item to the next. Oh, I don't like that color. Get a different color, and it works out great. Okay, that square is a little too big. Oh boy, this is the scalloped squares. There are lots to choose from. It's nice to have this scalloped square kit. Okay, that is gonna work. So some of them are straight edges and some of them are scalloped, and I was gonna go with a scalloped, but I'm not finding the exact size for the scallop, and so we'll just have a straight edge on it. But anyway, but then I was thinking, I wonder is just getting the best bargain, is that really the most important thing about Christmas? Is like, well, the merchants who developed the Black Friday thing, they certainly thought that, I guess, because Black Friday has been quite the tradition for a long time. I know a lot of people who are really happy while their husband is watching a football game to go to Black Friday. Okay, so I'm going to use this and put a little hole. Now I need to make sure that I've got it in the right spot. Yes, I do want it here. So this is where it's going to go, and we'll put a little viewing window for our candies there. But Jeff doesn't watch a lot of football, even though Jeff was a football coach for years, a high school football coach. And so you know, a lot of people think that that's all he does is watch his football. But when we got married, probably the first Thanksgiving weekend that we were married, and I said, so when does this game end? I was like, well, I didn't know you watched it all day long. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? So from then on, he just kind of didn't watch a ton of football. He watched watched a lot. He really watches very little now. I'm not really sure why. He doesn't watch a lot of football. Okay, so that is that. Now we can fold up our box and see if this is going to work, because I'm not really sure. I'm still not sure that it's going to. All right. Michelle, you have stuff to drop off for me, huh? Okay, now I need to... I wonder what you're dropping off. Well, when you do, don't let me forget to give you your Christmas treat. And then tomorrow I'll show you guys what I'm giving you, because Freddie's getting hers. And Freddie, your folder is coming. I just didn't get it in the mail in time. So you will have, it should come to you this week, but today is the day I'm going to have to get that in the mail to you. But Freddie, you also have a little gift, a little crow's nest crafter gift coming to you too in that package as your Christmas thank you for being part of this team. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna put the glue on here and stick in these flaps, and hopefully it will hold. It will after I've held it down for a little bit. It's just getting it to stay. Okay, so if you just hold what you have glued, it actually, this stuff adheres really well. I saw a video yesterday where the lady was using this Tombow to adhere the laser cut papers, and her advice was to sponge this glue, get your silicone sheet out, do a pile in the corner of this glue, and then use a sponge, lay the lay the laser down flat, upside down on the silicone sheet, and then with that pile, take your sponge and sponge it on there. Yeah. Anyway, by the time I was done watching her do that, I thought, I think I'm not going to do that. I think we'll just, if I'm going to be using that glue and making a big sticky mess like always happens, I am going to just continue to do it little by little. Rather, oops, I must have somehow, okay. Get in there, box. Okay, we're going to just do it like this and hold on to it because it's not cooperating for some reason. My measurement must have been off just a hair. If it is off just a hair, and this is what happens. It's a little bit wonky. That's why it is important. Now see how that flap looks? That looks so silly. It's not supposed to be sticking out there. So we will get rid of that flap because there's enough of a lip on it that it doesn't really have to be there. But it would be helpful because it's going to be just a little bit awkward now on the side here. Because I did that flap like that. Oh well. Such is life. Okay, so there is that part of the box. And then my little candies could fit in there. We'll just pretend they're in there. Okay, and then I want to glue this part here too. Okay. Like that. Okay, anyway, cute little box. And then we will, I've gotten that. You want to, before you stick on your, I'm going to use this paper. I love this little paper. It's just so cute. This one's going to go on the inside though. Oops, that still wasn't stuck. I better hang on to it for a while. You're welcome, Freddie. I know you guys are going to really like this. It'll be fun. Now, I was wondering when I was thinking about, okay, so I can save money by doing Cyber Monday. So I want to do a short little project today so that I have time to get online and still get some grandkids stuff done on Cyber Monday. And because I have to mail those anyway, I might as well pay for the shipping and handling from the store. And today is a day I could probably get that all free. Then I was just thinking, you know what? I don't think getting the best bargain on things is always. That's not the most important thing here. Okay, this one is just a tiny bit shorter. So this is the one I'm going inside with. This is a 2-inch square. Oops, I got glue on my desk. And that's going on the inside of your little box. This is the back side of our, this is the Holly Jolly Christmas paper. What's it called? I think it's actually called Night Before Christmas. I think that's what that paper is. And actually wanted to use this one because I'm doing a cup on this one. I forgot. I'm using this one. Oh, well. That one would have been cute, but we're going to go ahead, since I've already done these, we're going to stick these on here. Actually, since I'm doing a cup, I think we will just leave that paper off. Or, let's look at this paper. I could put that paper on. That's kind of cute, too. I do really like this little box. Or the little gifts. If I was really all about saving money on Christmas, I would do what the British do, which is Boxing Day. I looked up Boxing Day because we have some friends, distant friends that, oops, I forgot something. I need that ribbon under there. Don't glue yet because we're gonna hope this actually holds. I need, not you, we're gonna put this ribbon down Let's glue that again. And I want to make sure there's enough room to go around and for me to have plenty of room to tie. But that, I want that under this paper. Okay, so good thing I got that on there, not too well, so I could get that back off again. But anyway, so Boxing Day. I looked Boxing Day up to see what Boxing Day was all about. Our friends do Boxing. They don't call it Boxing Day, but they don't buy Christmas presents. It was very strange when we first met them. I'd never heard of such a thing, that they celebrate Christmas, but they don't give Christmas gifts necessarily. They do. They shop for them all on Boxing Day. They don't call it Boxing Day, but basically that is what they're doing, is doing Boxing Day. So Boxing Day is where, they're big, it's actually a national, see, because of my wonkiness, this is out, and it shouldn't be. Normally it would not be. So anyway, but anyhow, I don't know if you know about Boxing Day, but it's a national holiday in Canada, and it's the biggest sales of the event of the year in Canada. I guess they must not have Black Friday, but when I looked it up, it originated with rich people giving gifts to their servants the day after Christmas, and then it kind of morphed into as well giving your public servants, like mailmen and policemen and whatnot, gifts on the day after Christmas. So I don't know if they still give the gifts. I bet they do. But anyway, that is Boxing Day. So I think they have big sales on Boxing Day. I was thinking Boxing Day would be a better day to have our sale. I would rather not be thinking about what is the best deal on something and what I would rather not be thinking about that during the Christmas season. Kind of spoils it a little bit, and sometimes getting the best deal to me, I know for Jeff and I both, when we got married, we always would be, even if he hadn't been a teacher, he was a teacher, so we already knew we were going to be poor, because we wanted me to stay home with our kids and raise them. So on teacher salary, it means you're going to be poor, and poor by United States standards. Okay, let's not. I'm not trying to be flippant about what real poor is, because people in the rest of the world who actually do live in poverty live nothing like people who are actually in poverty, and we weren't in poverty. Although during Jeff's first 5 years of teaching, we qualified for all the social services because, teachers get paid very little. At any rate, we knew that was going to be the case, but neither one of us wanted to be driven by trying to get the best deal, out of things, because you lose a lot of the joy of just giving and purchasing. It's nice to be able to buy from a local person, somebody that you know. It's nice to be able to support businesses, people who are, being good to their employees, and they do have to have a good product too. We do not just frequent places because we like the people only. They do have to be good business people, but anyway, so this is that similar to that filigree stuff, and you just saw what I prefer to do. I just prefer to just stick the glue on there. And yes, it's going to be messy. It's going to get on my hands. Freddie, I know I should be putting... I've got probably 2 or 3 packages of that clear. You just stick it on the back, adhesive sheets, and then run it through the problem with that is that I've already cut these out, and that only works really when you have not cut your dies out. So I've got these all cut out. I'm using the back of my hand to try to get some of that glue off. This way I can get thoroughly sticky. If somebody wanted to tar and feather me, well, the tar is already there in the name of glue. But anyhow, so I think Jeff and I would have really enjoyed the Boxing Day thing. But that's not something we do here in the United States. Okay, so here is my little cup. And then I've got all my goodies in here. I've got all kinds of things. Oh, look at this cute little guy. Now, we do have a new tag, Thinlet, and I do not have, for the life of me, know where the actual Thinlet is, but it's the trio of, it's the tag trio. I think it's called Trio of Tags. It's a die, one die, and you cut just one cutting, and you get these 3 cute little tags. Isn't that nice? So that's a tag that I could use. Now I used our snowman punch on that paper, and this is how those snowmen turned out when, oops, that stuck to my finger. My finger's really sticky. So, sheesh, everything I pick up is not gonna, it'll get picked up easily enough, but I'm not getting it to unpick up. There's my candy cane. There's the back side of my candy cane anyway. And I know I have, there he is. There's that part. So we want a candy cane sticking out of the cup as well. So I get to use some more glue. Yay. Well, maybe that was providential that none came out, because I actually do want to put it on this part here, not just all over the cane. We love candy canes, but we limit ourselves to candy cane eating only when we go look at Christmas lights, which Jeff and I do. We've always taken our kids and gone and driven around looking at the Christmas lights, and Mary and I would sing Christmas carols while doing it. The boys would always sing when they were little, and then Jeff wasn't a very good influence. He only likes some of the Christmas carols. He doesn't like all of them like I do. So, he would, they'd sing with us for the first hour. It's like, okay, they'd sung every one they liked, and they are not singing anymore with us, but that was the one time we all ate as many candy canes as we wanted to. So anyway, Freddie, you have Boxing Day. It involves big puffy gloves and a black eye. You are so funny. I'm not talking about that kind of Boxing Day. This is totally different. Now, if we had, I think Sylvia is the one who is online, is our New Zealand lady. She would probably be able to tell us all about Boxing Day. I bet that they do Boxing Day. Maybe not, but I bet they do. Okay, so we'll stick our little cup on here, and we'll get our mini dimensional. Maybe I have one that's started. Let's see if I do. Nope, those are all regular size. Yay, there's one that's started. It's hard to get them started. I might be able to, I'll just stick it down here low where it's gonna go in the cup, because I don't want to have to cut it. It doesn't really show, but it almost does. So we're gonna stick that in our cup. Let's see, how do I want it? Gonna get itself stuck in there in a way I don't really want it now that I've got my dimensionals on. I guess I'll just have to do it like that. This is the part that I like, come on, Kathy, just get the cup on there. Okay, there we go. We're set. I've kind of squished my box, but it's gone. All right. And so then I can put some little tea. I could even put, a little cocoa thing in there if I wanted to. I can take another thing and do my tag and all of that. And then also, I put a little tag and a little tree, and I have those parts in there. which I probably will do. And also my paper, probably would. Now see, look at that. Oh no, that was a different rib. I was gonna say it came off again. It's tying and staying nicely tight on this one, so that's good. I can take this and stick it in there. But I think what I might do is cut my square of this and stick that in there. Okay, so that is almost done. I never end up showing actual projects completed because by the time it gets that far, it's like, okay, that one's almost done, and that'll only take a few more minutes. So we'll move on to the next one because I've got more things to do. We are almost done. I wanted to cut out one of these little snowman hats, one of the little hats, and see if that will look cute on this snowman that I punched out with the punch. So we're gonna just see if that looks good. I haven't looked at him to see if it really is gonna work, but you can see the one that had a hat. You can see the bottom of his hat here, that won't do. I could punch out, the stamped hat and stick on there, but I think this little Santa's hat's really cute. So this will only take a few minutes just to fussy cut out this little hat, and then we'll see how that looks. I think it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, that'll be cute. Very cute. So that is what we're doing on this box. We're going to, this one's already done, okay? And this one, its little tabs are, okay, so I'm not gonna put this all together. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and see what you think. Let's stick that and that. That's gonna go like that. And that. And then you could use, you can use this paper on there. You could use, this paper, your possibilities are, oh, this one's pretty too, or this. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of possibilities. I've got some glimmer ones out here. You could do that, and you could stick that guy on there. Anyway, so cute. All right, but that's not all. We're gonna do that. But I have this. This is just the base of a candy bar tray. Okay, so you take your candy bar, whatever one you want, you lay it out on your paper and fold it up on the sides to see how much of a lip you want. Now, so the edges of this, once you get your candy bar on the paper, this is 1 inch. So you're and that's how, big, unless it's a Hershey bar. If it's a Hershey bar, you'd probably only want to go 3/4 of an inch. But they're pretty flat. But any standard candy bar is going to fit almost perfectly right here with 1 inch. So you just lay your candy bar on there, fold it up, and then where you're going to trim. You're going to trim 1 inch higher than where the fold is. And you're just going to do that all the way around. And then you can secure your little tabs with glue. This is one of the easiest things you could ever do. And having a whole candy bar in a package, a little package, is just a lot cuter than just sticking a candy bar in the teacher's mailbox or on her desk. As a teacher, we will definitely just eat that candy, whether it's wrapped in a cute package or not. It's a welcome gift, but it's cuter when it's in a little box. And then all you have to do is buy 1 candy bar per person. It's like, whoa, you just gave them a cute little gift. And in the old days, that would have only cost about 25 cents. Now it costs, I don't know, what, $1? I don't know. I don't go buy single candies. I tend to prefer buying the whole sack and eating it all myself. The whole notion of, Boxing Day and sales and the slippery slope of marketing, everything at Christmas time, it just, marketing, but it's kind of, it's one of those things that we hate but love at the same time, right? Now, this is just a piece of scrap paper, again, you're the same dimension as your candy bar with an extra 3.5. These are just 3.5 inches longer. Okay. Now you can just take I could have taken my snail tape and just taped that. But since I didn't, I'll just stick the little tray like that. Okay. And that goes there. And now I've just got it folded over. And I think just to keep those sides up nicely, we'll glue the sides too. And I could have taken my Thinlit, if I'd done it before I glued the box on, and done a nice decorative edge here, but I didn't do that. I didn't do it, but could have done that. A slippery slope. I looked up the word slippery slope because I was wondering where in the world did we get the phrase slippery slope? And I was astounded to find that there's some controversy over who said the word slippery slope first. I thought, so ridiculous. I guess it was a long time. Actually, they said that using the phrase the way we use it didn't happen until as late as 1951. I found that incredibly difficult to believe. Like everything else, I don't really half believe what I see on Wikipedia. And anyway, then when I looked at, so I typed in what are the origins of, because I thought, no, 1951. I am quite sure slippery slope was spoken of before 1951. I just don't believe it. So that's when it became a commonly used phrase. And then I was also surprised to see online, just in general Googling, that they kind of disdain the phrase slippery slope. Like it's only used in their opinion. Only used to give credence to an argument that does not really hold together, which I thought that's not even true. We use the word slippery slope because, folks, think about it. Where we are right now, think about where we were 10 years ago. Now think about where we were, socially 20 years ago. There's some credence to the term slippery slope, but no, not in their opinion. Okay, so now we've got another cute little bag we can put our little snowman on and call it good. I just am not going to get to all of that because I want to figure this all out online with other things, and I'm sort of not sure what I want to do with my little boxes. But anyway, you would want to, on the other hand, before we get completely done with it, you would want to definitely put in a couple of little hole punches here, and so that you can tie your little ribbon through, and make a cute little ribbon. But I'm going to have to get out a little pokey tool to poke that through. And I don't want to do all of that until I get all my candy and all that in there. So, anyhow. All right, so enough talk about all the slippery slope and all of that nonsense. Thank you guys so much for watching me and sharing everything. And there you are. And enjoying this beautiful day. I hope you found some good deals online or not. And you're getting finished with your shopping for Christmas. It'd be nice to be done with it. And then we can just enjoy the holidays. And remember that the most important thing is that it really is more blessed to give than to receive. That really is true. Has nothing to do with slippery slope stuff. You guys have a great day. And then I will do my drawing tomorrow. All right? Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next Well, I will see you when I do the drawing, but I'll really see you the next week. Bye.